Should mark the 4 hour. There's a lot of things going on here. We're already pushing the -4. Oh, we're already at the -4 deviation here. We have inversion here inside of hourly, so if this get close below, we'll know. Just gonna put this so we know. We're still going. Check this. Yeah, so until we flip the hourly, I think I'm just gonna lean bullish. So like the first hourly, the left is here. So it looked like we have New York here, we have Asia, took the highs, and London we took Asia lows. Didn't really, I guess we made equal lows down here. In New York, we're just expanding upwards. London and NQ really took out all the relative lows here. It's really good. Okay, let's see. I think all scalps that I do that's short or counter trend until the hourly flip will just be scalps. So we have the -4 standard deviation here on the hour time frame. Alonzo said, "Good morning. Just past 5 evals. Thanks for trade copy video." I'm happy that you did that, man. And the hourly is down here, so until that flips, We look upwards. Looks like we actually have a quick wick here. Hey, let me log into my account real quick. So we have a closure below already. SMT too. Yeah, let me set up my account first. 54. Yeah, so this looks like we can get a short scalp going on here. It's a big move already. Let me just connect my Apex to my Elite here so we can get that copied. 44, 47. Okay, we're good. Let's come in version here. Want to see if we can come back up here. Get the retracer. Yeah. Already back at New York Open. 5. What is it? 5, same thing. I'll let this play out. It's still 9:53. Still pretty early. Could take this short here, but stop above 2-point stop. Just retap back inside. Because I want these equal lows to be taken out. That's the only thing I'm gonna try. And it's gonna be just a quick scalp though, 2 points. I'll give it a shot on this eval here. I'll stop above the high here. Yeah, about just like a straight to what stop. I'm not gonna touch my funded probably until we get more cleaner setup. Yeah. Just all my counter trend will be just scalps. So I'm just targeting internals, and ES is just very strong right now. It's okay. And he was weak though. Damn. We did have SMT here. Yeah, NQ's so weak, man. We should have just played NQ here. I was looking for inversion retop here. That would have, it was no drawdown, 10 points already. How's ES? Oh yeah, ES is strength today, looks like. Still, you can see. Very close above too. Looking for down here, so about 4.75 points. The 5 minute, just a quick retrace back up here. This is now inversion. 5. Yeah, look at NQ. Really sporadic move there. Gonna put my stop to break even now. Or there we go. Pretty good. But just like a few ticks above, yeah. There we go. Holding 3 now. I think that's pretty easy to call with sell. NQ would have been much easier to play, of course, because you had no drawdown on it. Yeah, why ES over NQ? I think it's just because ES allows me to do just a very tight 2-point stop. I should have just played NQ though, but both of them are working right now. Next draw here. Take another one off here. I hate how this doesn't change my buy stops. I'll just take this off. Just a reminder, this trade only had a 2-point stop. So like, let's say this trade took our stop, we could try another one. We're going for the first target I went for is down here about 5 points, and then we have the next target down here. So no matter what happens now, we already have plenty of wiggle room. Let's check the hourly. Damn, that's crazy. Wait, I should have marked this. Yeah, this is better. I'm gonna leave that ES trade as a runner now. I'll be very, very aggressive short if we can flip our bias here. Alright, let's see here. Approaching the negative 2.5. Press 1 to take that trade. Press 2 if you watch. Yeah, if I just took an NQ, this is what I drew on NQ. I just want to, because we already closed lower. Just simple boom. Just back to the buy side here. Alright, let's just see if we can get a different setup now. Oh, let me put my regular stop on as well. I'm fine with letting it run to my stop. Just do a tick now. Why is it's trading to be so annoying? But yeah, we traded the wrong instrument here. If we traded NQ, this would have been like 60 points with no like drawdown, and it's barely back in our entry. ES is just the ungodly strength. But I like ES just because this is kind of like the breaker setup as well. If you see if this is like a green candle, you can see it more. You extend this to the right. This could be considered a breaker here. So like we have the inversion inside the breaker. I think it's clear for me to jump on that and allow me to do a tight stop on it. Yeah, you're waiting for the breaker and Q. We did it at lower high, so you're not gonna get it. We really just broke the lowest liquidity here. It's good. I want to see if we can flip the bias though. That's the main objective today. If we can flip the bias, I'll be ready to. All right, let's just do this. How about that? Okay, why does it still do that? So annoying. Okay, let me. What's it? 22. Should I do this? I don't like it how it's blocking my screen. I don't know why it does this either. I just put it under the rigger. What is LRLR? Lowers liquidity run. It's just basically a trend on liquidity. It's very early in the day. Yeah, so we're in this hourly here. This is interesting. This is very interesting. We didn't get a higher proper swing high here though, because this candle should have been the higher one. So I don't really qualify that as a proper swing point. Trade every day. Yeah, I trade every day. Maybe not on YouTube. I'm trying to do like half YouTube, half Discord, and eventually just do like multiple session streams. But price action just is not that favorable for me, where like I'm excited to trade all-time highs and stuff. But any trade that I do, it will never be like just FOMO or anything like that. Like if you watch me, I just wait for at least an entry model or something that I like before taking it. But you just have to understand what the model is, and understand just like your max loss per trade. Like my max loss per trade on this one, like this is my entry at 21. I just have a 2 point stop on it. So if I had 5 minis, let me just do the math on that. 5 minis, 50 points per point. At wait, I did that wrong. 5 minis, 50 minis per point with a 2 point stop. Max loss is 500. We're already up like 1500 here. So if you're able to just do like very tight stop, you can lose like 3-4 trades before winning one. Does trading every day require taking a trade every day? Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of days where I don't even take a single trade. And there's a lot of YouTube sessions and Discord sessions where I've been tape reading. I'm like, I like the setup. It just never comes to it. And what happens? We just end the day with no trades. And people confuse that. No trades is also no losses. This is likely gonna take me out. This does look like it. We have FEG here too. It has willingness to come back up. And Q probably wants to come back up too. So yeah, we just basically came down to this hourly area. Well, this is not the hourly. No. This is the hourly. And we just retraced to it. But yeah, we secured about 1300 already, so if this takes it out, it's fine. I don't really care about that. You just gotta understand like my kind of trade style, where like if it was an ES, I'll trade NQ, and NQ. Let's say this is the trade that I wanted. I'd probably just do like a 12-point stop, if not like even lower, like just 8-point stop on a short scalp, and I'll target at least this low here, which would be the internal low. That's 2 RR, 2.3 RR, and then second we can just target next one 3 RR, and then really plummet it into this hourly FEG. And this would be like 7 RR. Similarly to ES, this was 4.5, but ES is just way too strong. We already know ES was going to be strong though, but I only took it just because it was a breaker model. So in this area here, you might see it as a breaker, but I don't like it as a breaker, because just thinking like this. This is what we did. Oh shit. We didn't get a proper swing point, right? Look at this candle. If you consider this a breaker, I don't know if that's the right idea, because I've seen this. This is more low probability when we have a swing high here. And then, of course, a swing high would be matched with left right, be lower highs. We have a lower high here. This one is not lower high. That's a problem. But you could see this as the breaker more, but then we have price going all the way down here, so that wouldn't make sense. So had this wick been lower here, this wouldn't make a proper breaker for me. That's why I'm not considering that as a breaker. And it could work. The trade could still work, because let's say we have the FEG here. This is the breaker. It could work, but it's just not a proper swing point for me to use. I hope this fails just to prove the point, though. Anyways, let's see. We get mixed up. This aligned well with the 5 minute, so like the execution was on 1 minute with the breaker and the inversion, but you see the 5 minute, we already closed above this, closed below. There's a 5 minute retrace to inversion. Very, very easy to understand that. How much drawdown I took that? It took about 1.5 points of drawdown. That's not bad. Just cutting it close though. Had it took the high, I probably looked for another entry. This looks like it's gonna dump more though. So when we take the highs here, this is the highs. We hit the negative force variation projection. I'm looking at the hourly. This is a very higher time frame projection. So we're looking at this high to or this swing low to this high. That's the manipulation leg, and we projected upwards. -4 hit, aligning with the all-time high price action here, just like a few points away. So that's why I think price could be topping out here. At least for now. Like it could come back next week. I think we dump more though. But that's the end of the macro there. And looks like the breaker failed. Look at that. Not proper swing point, right? I bet like probably like not like all of you guys, but like 20% of you guys would consider this as a bullish breaker here, just because we have a quick run down to this swing low here. We're in this hourly point of interest, but it's not proper to me. And notice how ES is basically just holding price while NQ is like looking to make another low. It's incredible how strong ES is. It was the first one to make all-time highs though, so that kind of makes sense. Let's see. If I took that 120 entry, been like 70 points. That'd been incredible. That probably nearly passed my account right there with 5 minis. Would that be 5 minis, $20 per point, 70 points? That would have nearly passed it. While ES, I only got like 1,500 out of it. So this FEG is kind of holding still. Not really much happening. Let's look at Dixie real quick. Dixie's coming up. Makes sense. Until we get a 5-minute close under also on ES. This is just holding. All the wicks are just coming down, but no closure below yet. So that's why we're just able to maintain price. And I feel like this low resistance liquidity here on ES is still holding. We need to take that out eventually. Let's look at the hourly. The hourly still, until this flips, we get a tap back in NQ, but that's it. And this would be actually the inversion here. And I don't have that as inversion. Let's do that. So this is more the BPR in this hourly. That's good. TGIF Friday setup today. Those who want to learn or stay in tune, and those who just want to signal bot or just take copy trades, they're gonna be doomed to fail.
hand holding can only take you so far.
Yeah.
We're bouncing pretty nicely off the midpoint of this entire gap
Which
for regular trading hours.
other regulatory?
I got in at 18.055.
Yeah, I saw that. What was the reason for that entry? That's like the
The
bottom.
midpoint of the regular trading hours.
Oh, was that it?
And then taking out the 5 stops. And yeah, so I entered that, but then I went to the washroom and I had my TP set at 18.097.5. Come back and fucking round trips down.
Well, that's the end of my ES trade here. We shorted 5 minis at 21.5, 2 out at 16, 1 out at 13, and then the rest at 1.5 point buy stop. So total of 1100 on that trade. Keep it going.
That was a great trade.
Very tight still. That was my max versus was only 500, and we I think we hit like 2000 or 1500, 2000 profit the peak. But I just want to held runners just in case. So I was okay with it coming back up. But we're still in uncharted territory, which is not really fun price action to mess with. Gotta see what is available. So far, I'm still lean bullish. All scalps would just be, or all counter trend shorts would just be scalps, and I'll likely leave a runner. But if we see a good long setup, I'll shoot for it too. If you see the standard range projection on the ES, the -2 to the -5, this is the retracement area. This is where we hit the midpoint of that. Very easy to tell there too.
I watch it pump back all the way to all-time highs. I mean, we sort of formed a breaker here though, and we bounced off the 8:30 open.
I'm just letting it play out now. Ooh.
If grab flips again on the 1 minute, it could start another run up.
See what's happening here. Everyone I see on Twitter or like even some other discords, they talk about TGIF. They're like, okay, we're gonna look for that short and return back into it.
What if it's already happened? Then what? They're gonna be searching in the dark for no reason. I could still see us going a little lower down.
Yeah, I think so too.
421 and quarter. Simply because we've already hit the Asia range, Asia high. We bounced exactly Asia high. Generally, you want to see midpoint of Asia, high and low.
They really.
That would put price at a discount from the London range. And then probably new all-time highs again.
Let's see. We just flipped the hourly first on Q. We're not that far from it. We're only like 20 points away. We flip it at 11. I'll probably more aggressive downside. Just right now we have nothing to play with here. Let's see. I just typed in the chat. Share any trades you took so far. Just say like the setup and then what time it occurred. So like my setup, let's say here, around 9:54. That's when I entered. And then what's the setup? We can like review it and talk about it, and also talk about like what setups you're looking for. That could share a different perspective on things, and then we can even take the same trade. It's good to have a learning process through this. NQ just so weak. I don't have YM up anymore. How has YM been doing? Does anyone know? I stopped putting my YM on my screen like the last few weeks. I can say it aligns well with the ES right now. ES closed below 15 will put some sell pressure. What's 15? Let me see. Yeah, well, yeah, the 5 minute I have is at 15. It just be the 5 minute FEG becoming a version, and we have so many wicks but no closure below, so that would actually definitely put some pressure so we can break this lower liquidity and then probably go target this hourly, which is about 10 points away. That's like a 10-point run. That's a good look. Scalp alarm from 10:09. I'm assuming NQ. Everyone always talk about NQ. 10:09 to 10:13. Okay, maybe not NQ. Because that barely moved. What was the setup on this one? Was this the 1 minute? If you're looking at ES, maybe it's the 1 minute. If it reclaimed back up. Just right now that this top, I don't think it's like there's no confirmation on either side right now. We're just letting it see if it wants to come back up or come down. Right now, I'm leaning down right now because we already violated the bullish period, the version, create the breaker, setting it lower, and NQ. If you notice, the 5 minute is still holding it down. So until that changes, I'm gonna lean down on NQ, especially. ES is just too strong. I'm gonna only be confirmed if we get a closure on the 51.15. It was NQ, definitely different strategy. Yeah, I mean you definitely can scalp back and forth. It'd just be like a few points. But for me, when I'm trading live, I only want to look for setups that will take on funded. Even though I didn't take it on funded, I just took on evals because I'm trying to work on the eval to pass. It's just the same mindset though. Like I'm taking trades that I would actually take in person or like give to you guys. Here's that break there. There's that break. If we get closure on this 5 minute here, which is 2 minutes, we'll get it. We'll violate this 5 minute FAG, become inversion, and we're really gonna target the downside. That's the goal here. So that ES show, would you take on funded? Not with the size, but like if I did like 2 minis, that would have been fair for me. 2-point stop is very light. Would that be like $400? Would that be $400? Or no, that's lower than that, right? 2 minis, 50 points. 2 2-point stop. That's $200. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. I haven't been touching my fund. It's kind of like this month really. There's some days where I trade with my group with it, but it's been like kind of just sitting there. I just don't like the price action in February so far. But that's just me. Well, we're gonna wait for March because we have November, we have December, we have January. The last 3 months has been killer for us. And this month, like, I'm not really doing bad. It's just I've been sidelines on my funding accounts. So the setup was good enough for fund. Yeah, just because it's still like, you know, a breaker inversion. We violate the 1 minute FEG, the bullish FEG turn inversion, supported that and came retracing back to the inside the breaker. This is very clean. We had a clean sweep already, so like I'm comfortable just because we had this clean sweep here and strongly rejected. I'm comfortable leaving my my stop at the high. Wow, that was a clean sweep once again. If I took it unfunded with 2 minis, I'll probably just do a full exit down here at 17. I don't think I'll hold anything. So this would have been like a $200 loss if I missed, and then plus 500 down here. And that's very simple. Copy trade that with like 5-10 accounts. The $500 trade, you just made 5,000 there. But yeah, some people are not comfortable with tight stops. I'm able to run tight stops just because I'm trading the 1 minute. I think the 1 minute you should have tight stops. If you're trading the 5, you should probably look for higher for a larger stop. Like NQ would be like probably 20 to 25 points. But if you're trading on the 1 minute, like 10-point stop is surely more than enough. And your entry would control your stop. So if I enter at the bottom of the breaker, that would be like a 4-point stop. But I enter in the inversion inside the breaker. So that's kind of like a unicorn trade, and that would be that would make it like that.
Could get a sweep at 1809.2 from here.
We kind of have SMT on ES again. ES is so strong, man. We're taking the highs on ES, and we're also making a lower high on ES. And Q is the opposite. Or high or low. Who's taking the Apex 9% off deal? That's this account that I'm trading on right now. So we're up 1,000 on it, or 1,200 on it. Was up 2,000, but I let this runner get eaten. Went 4 longs just now off of 18,070. Or let me see, 18,070.
Yeah, that's an inversion right there. Or inverted fair value gap. The BPR.
Aligning with the 9 EMA. It's the EMAs that won. Eric bought it with my code. Thank you. That's much appreciated. This could be a clean breaker coming up if we can take out all these internal highs here. Yeah, we do have the inversion, or BPR more. What you're saying? Let's see. Pissed I'm missing out. Don't want to pay the monthly eval fee as they sit until I push you to lose some count. What's the problem? Like, you have too many accounts? Is that the deal? For me, I only buy accounts that I'm looking to like pass the evals within like the week. Essentially, I don't try to pass the eval like over the course of a month. That's cutting it too close. Oh, you have 20 accounts, so you bought them like probably the 80% or something. No one expected 90%. Let's see if this holds. It might not hold here. It's shooting for lower. We're just really shooting for lower here. People are probably buying every dip and they're getting killed right now. Ain't that crazy? And Nvidia is already dropping pretty hard. We peaked out at 820s and now we're under 800. No wonder we're kind of dumping here. On the ETF Pogo deal, do you need to activate the pass count before getting the free eval? I think you do, unless you already have 3 sim fundeds. Then you just get the code automatically because you can activate more. So if you have no fund at all, I think you have to activate before you get the code. And for me, I would definitely save the codes. So they're so cheap right now. Makes better sense just save the codes. Damn, we're dumping here.
The NWOG's coming up next.
I want to see this hourly close though. That'll be actually something to watch for. We have a lot of room to go down if this is gonna be a down day.
Yeah, up until like 1802 8.5. That's when the gap ends for regular trading hours. The standard deviation goes down all the way to 18005.
Oh, Ash is here. Hope your day is going well, sir. So far, it's doing good. Got a clean trade early in the stream. Just waiting for, patiently waiting for the next setup. Hope your day is going well too. Yeah, and Hughes. Nvidia literally opened up like crazy. 9:30 open, we just spiked up to like 820, like giving like a 3% push in like 2-3 minutes, and we just gave all that back so quickly. Let's check the 5-minute here. So we finally got closure below on ES. This makes it a inversion here. If it does come back to it, I expect this to take price lower. We'll see if it does that. I'm just gonna wait here.
One minute grab is working pretty well right now too.
Take the 5-minute here. If we can just close above, we're probably gonna lean higher again. Let's see. The 1-minute. I was gonna at everyone again, but didn't want to deter everyone. Now you're good, man. You're good. It was unexpected. That's why I was like, I need to wait for the best trade. And I think yesterday we had the 5-minute ES unicorn setup. That's the only trade I was looking for. Because that's like a plus setup or a more high probability setup. It's just like I don't want to take any risky trades with new eyes watching. But this one, yeah, like this is a very simple 2-point stop for me. I went for it and it worked out. So yeah, we already made this. Look at the 5 here. This 5-minute FAG, lots of wick under. We've been supporting all day. And once this closure at 1025, this becomes a 5-minute inversion. Next candle, we retrace back to it. I want to see this whole price down. That's not an entry, but that's just me tape reading it. If it holds down, I'm going to look for lower prices. We also have kind of low risk liquidity going down here. Just making lower highs every shot we do. Price is just kind of holding this area. This is the hourly that I'm looking at very closely. If we can get it closed under this hourly, this low is the easiest internal that we can go for. This would align with this hourly here too. Let me do this. I just need to see a closure at 11, which is in 30 minutes. We'll see what happens. Looks like price does want to go lower. We're still losing this 5 minutes, moving away from the 5-minute inversion now. That could have been an entry though, because I do like the retrace once we violate the bullish PD ray. Quick re-entry here. Can we find it on the 1 minute? Let me see. Yeah, we do have equal highs here. If I took the 17 short, I'd probably put like 3-point stop on it and then really target the lows. It's difficult. I don't think it's something I trade. It's more something I tape read right now. Price should be heading lower though, it looks like. I want to see this hourly close. Some people call this ES setup as bull flag, like bullish formation, unlike your formation. I don't really look into too much about the bull flags. I actually don't know what the bull flag is anymore. That's how far I moved away from it.
The fuck is that?
Yeah, what is that? What's the EMA? What's VWAP? What's RSI?
They're like garbage. You have ICT hemorrhage.
That's how far we moved from like kind of like retail, the early retail concepts. But if it works, if that trade style works, like there's no hate towards that. The EMAs that we actually use, the grab is also part of the EMAs. This is something we kind of use based on one of our Discord members being very profitable by trading the trend, and he used the 2-minute grab, which is essentially a 3 grabs separated by a 34 EMAs. And the idea is like if we get closure above the green, will be more bullish, and it just keeps on holding. And the moment we close under the red, like we're doing right now, so it's actually playing out very nicely. And this kind of helps guide you in holding trades for a long term. So like if you had this entry here, you're just holding it all the way up because we never flipped yet, and we never had a closure below the red EMA. So you could have held it all the way up, and that's how one of our member trading large account was able to turn like a 50K account to $1 million trade rate, and he did it just using mainly this model along with like ICT concepts and other trading styles. Yeah, like 20 minis holding for like 100 points. That is big. If you were also using like retail concept, wouldn't the RSI be screaming to sell right now? I feel like it's been screaming sell for the longest time. Oh wait, did I do that right? RSI. Oh. What does that look like? Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to input it. I feel like the RSI should be saying sell. If you're looking at the daily candle, it's probably saying sell. Like the last, where would it be? Like sell here, sell here, sell here, sell here, and then maybe it sold, and then like once it came back, sell. It's actually funny though. See, Nvidia RSI is probably absurd. It moves. I guess it does resembles like Tesla because Tesla, I think was it back in 2021 was moving pretty crazy and people were putting their money against it, saying it's like heavily overvalue in a bubble, and they proved a lot of people wrong. A lot of people lost a lot of money on that.
Yeah, you don't want to fade something like that.
Yeah. I feel like if we do want to go lower, we need to see a spike first. We need to like fake people out. Like so, like maybe come back to this 5 minute and then really slam it down. These lowers high, these consecutive lower highs is a little suspicious here. So I would be careful shorting more right now. We're accumulating pretty well. The stock split is just such like a interesting concept because once they split the stock, it's still like the same market cap, but people think like, oh, it's cheaper now, and it's a very good scheme. I think I remember Apple doing that. Apple was like, maybe they were like at $400 and they split it from 4 ways and it became like under 100 or I think 5 way and then it became like $70. Everyone was like, Apple is under $100. Let's buy it up. And then the next few weeks it just ran back up like 20%.
Pop out.
It's so interesting. Like, yeah, I'm kind of leaning upside right now just to really. Um, if we do choose to go lower, we want to see like a fake move up, a false move, people buying it up. Maybe they'll think we're gonna go back to the highs, uncharted territory, and shorts could or bears could just really flip that. And the best way I can do that is like if we can get a hourly closure below, I'm more confident in that. But you could see like the past few days, every hourly FEG has been either a breakaway gap or just like slight retap, and for higher prices. This is a breakaway. This is a slight retap, and this one we kind of just came back in a slight retap for higher. So until like we really flip, especially flip on the 4 hour, I think the 4 hours is the best thing you can do. Like if we get a flip a closure below 970, that's the go time to short. What most people should be focusing on upside right now. Until then. The Amazon was a 3,800 split. That was the back in the good old days of 2020 and 2021 when the craze was happening, all the stock splits. I haven't been paying attention to that anymore though. Just been focused on ENQ. Yeah, just I've only been focused on indexes now.
Yeah, indexes you don't have to worry about anything but focusing on the PA.
So this 5 minute on ES is still holding it down. It's kind of like we could easily picture that.
It's interesting. ES hit the midpoint of the IDR, and Q still has to tap into it. We're getting closer to the midpoint of the Asia range. So let's see what happens.
I wanted more of a run up to here before going lower, but we didn't really do that. We just ran lower.
Is that a 3 drive? Oh, we filled a regular trading hour gap now.
Oh, really? Let me just check it out real quick. Oh, we're on ES or NQ?
NQ.
Oh, I think I have my settlement period on. You're looking at the close. Yeah, okay, we did in that case.
I'm gonna start looking for a reversal now so we got some equal lows. And there's still more equal lows down at 8022. This is where I'd be interested in looking for some sort of reversal to take out 18092.
Yeah. I mean, the hourly still holding very well. Let's see if we close below. We have 15 minutes for that. Wow, Nvidia is falling off a cliff right now. Finally. It was up. It was up, I think, 5% a day. Now it's back to neutral. That's how volatile Nvidia is going. Because we did like a 20-point pop, and now we're 40 points under, and it's only been an hour in. To move like that, without any earnings, immediate earnings. That just how shows how volatile the market is.
We just took 18.22.
Let me see here. We might be aiming for London lows too.
Oh, that'd be fucked if we did.
I'm just surprised how strong ES is though. Like, it's holding very, very well.
Yeah, ES has some more time to go down. I think it'll go down eventually to mid-night open. That means NQ will probably drop more.
But yeah, this price action is how kind of geniuses get killed in the bull run, where like they just been buying every dip, and then the moment the dip is not buyable anymore, they might be average down, and they're getting wiped out, giving back all their profits from the bull run. When you could just really wait for the opportunity to play both sides.
The thing is that the high of the day still in London session.
Is it?
Yeah.
For what?
The high for ES and NQ, high of the day. So once London session is done, there might be a raid to the highs too. So you got stops in there.
I'm actually confused. The high should be 9:45, isn't it? That's like the New York time already.
Yeah, but London's still going on too.
Oh, you're talking about like London close at 11:30. That's what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a turtle soup setup now.
That's a 4 drive right there. Yeah, I think most people I know are actually taking the day off day, because like we kind of opened up, like first 10 minutes we already took out the all-time high, and I think probably a lot of people thought we are gonna continue higher and higher, but for me we already hit the -4 standard deviation. I'm looking at the hourly, and then we saw the SMT. That's why I jumped in short in ES. If I took on the NQ, we've been holding NQ already. That's just my mistake there. But yeah, that's just the only opportunity I had. Like when market overnight has been running up already, and I'm only looking for trades starting around like 9:45, 9:50, and 9:50 is like all-time high already. Like you can't be looking for longs there. You're just gonna be waiting for a violation of a PD rate on the bullish side, and then see if we can get a short. Previous week high was my draw, as mentioned yesterday. Yep, that basically means your week is complete. And if you were able to trade on live count, you probably have runners and just letting it ride up there.
What, did we lose Brian?
Oh,
no. Sounded like you got disconnected.
Dude, I think it does that, like, because I can see my OBS. I can see it flickering sometimes. But I think since I have like a new router and modem, at least it could disconnect, but it doesn't like disconnect me for like the whole period for like where it needs to restart. But I'm waiting for the fiber internet from, who was it, Frontier? I think, was it Frontier?
Fiber's so worth it, dude.
Yeah, because my parents have that fiber internet, and it's so strong, so reliable, and everyone who I've seen use Spectrum, it's like the opposite.
Let's see if we turtle soup here. I took a small long at 1803 6.5. I'm gonna close it very quickly if we don't break this high up here.
Where you put your stop on this 36 entry or 36 entry? No stop.
I'm just gonna exit up quickly manually.
I'm just gonna wait it out.
Got some equal highs and 1804.45. I should get rated pretty soon. And then I want to see it close above that. If we get it close above that, then I know if it'll trade ride. If not, I'm gonna cut it quickly.
Probably just waiting for the 11 close. I need to see that close so I could see if we're really going to aim for that sell side at the first internal sell side, which would enter this large hourly imbalance here. Just 18 flat, 18,000 flat. So
30-second inverted for value gap. See if that holds. I don't think this is gonna hold.
kind of what I'm thinking right now. If we get a closure under this hourly, which I think we will, I think we're just gonna like maybe like play around a little bit and then retap back to the hourly and then really aim for the sell side. That's what I'm thinking here.
Just scalping a few points here. Yeah, it's rejecting DR low again, looks like.
Wish that we could hear Dono more. So is he quiet? I think I can change that. I think that's just my end.
Oh, am I too quiet?
No, I think I do have your volume lower.
Oh damn! I see that. I see you now.
No, like I have both my music and the volume lower, and I have my mic, like my headphones, like really high volume. That should be better now, I think. But let's see. This is what I kind of see happen. I need to see it close under the hourly first. That's the first mark. That's so interesting. Like
Boom! There we go.
yeah, that's good, nice. We shorted ES highs, and even now we only up like 10 points. If we did the same thing on NQ, we'd have been up like 100 points already. The strength of ES and NQ is really showing now.
So I have my stop loss at plus 10 points. I'm going to ride to 1807.3 if we get there. I'll probably get stopped out in profit, but it's a really crazy day.
That was a good long, man. Basically like 20 points with no drawdown there. But damn, I need to see this close under. But if it does close within, we're just going to have to stick with the upside.
And ready for a value up on 30-second works really well, man.
30 seconds.
Very underrated.
Oh, are you looking like 1044?
Yeah. That looked like turtle soup to me. That's why I took the trade. Because like we took out those equal lows at 1802.2, and there's also an end dog from yesterday there as well, which we retapped and wicked out twice. So that kind of gave me the bias of trying to long at the inverted for value gap, and then take out the highs. So I got stopped out at plus 10 points. It's okay. I still made money in the end, right? That's all that matters.
Yeah. This is kind of what I want to happen after 11. Once we have a closure below the hourly. We tap back in the previous hourly, where this becomes inversion, and then we'll take out the sell side. But you can't predict everything fully correctly. I mean, this is still like within the analysis. So right now we have the 4-hour and the daily as very bullish. The hourly is still bullish until this flips. Then we'll be looking probably more to see more downside. And then the lower time frame, the 1 and 5, we already closed below the 5. So we're already bearish on the lower time frame. So we just want to see the hourly matches the lower time frame too. So I'm kind of looking at 3 time frame. We look at the bias, the daily bias, the intraday bias, and the just like the low time frame bias. Five more minutes. We're in the macro time though. The 10:50 to 11:10. See what happens here.
Yeah, let's see if we break this low. Because ES broke the low, and Q still kind of holding on. So let's see if we get an SMT around here. Hit that 30-second inverted for buy gap again. It's breaking down now.
You can kind of see this as a breaker here. Just kind of estimated. Yeah, like the bearish breaker on the downside. I didn't really want to mark it just because it's not really telling me much. But this is like a hindsight type of looking. It's just a large FEG too.
ES is probably going to hit midnight open now. There's equal lows at midnight open. We are getting very close to the Asia low now.
That is -4 standard deviation from the manipulation leg from the high though. This would probably been my full exit for about, what is that? 14 points? With a 2-point stop too, that's like 7 RR. But they took me out on my green stop. Like my entry would have been safe still. But it's fine. Three minutes until the hourly close. This would confirm more of the downside pressure on an intraday bias.
Imagine if this day ends in a giant red candle. Like, that'd be so fucked up.
What was the day yesterday? Was it like 3% up yesterday or something like that?
Yeah, it was like 3.5% up yesterday.
It was something absurd. So like, it wouldn't be surprising to be like a -2% day after that.
We literally wicked into previous all-time highs and then just started dumping from there. If we close below that, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, so ES tapped in the hourly point of interest here. This is good here. This is for sure gonna flip, so I'm gonna just switch that to inversion now. Or we can just watch that.
I guess don't fade the 1 minute grab.
How's the 2-minute grab doing? The 2-minute is probably printing right now. Yeah, like, dude, the whole flip, once we flip at 9:56, that big candle down, we had no willingness to go above that. So the EMA today is working so well. That's why I can never hate on the EMAs.
When they work really well.
Yeah, on the trend days especially. So like we've been trending up like basically all night, overnight, and then New York Open, and now we just flip and just trending down. Let's see the hourly close here. I do think we can have like another false move up before heading lower, but who knows? We're approaching the negative force derivation on NQ now too. Said NQ yesterday can look like a giant cucumber. That is so large. That's like 400 points. And that's only from Nvidia too. That's not like CPI or anything. It's just from one tech stock.
My God, ES has lots of ways to go down too. If you look at the regular trading hours,
What's the gap there?
it starts at like 5095.
Yeah, we have a long way to go down. Only one trade so far. We're up to 1200 on it. We're looking for like another trade. Dono had a long at 0.36 and it went up 20 points without any drawdown. We're just waiting for the next entry now. Right now, we're just waiting for confirmation. We have the hourly close. So I'm looking at the hourly here. Yes, we kind of did a retap inside this hourly point of interest, but NQ we created a larger imbalance under the last hourly inefficiency there. So we're looking at the sell side as the draw here now, since we flipped the intraday bias. I would love to see it run up to 1084 before really sinking downwards, but it looks like it just wants to take out now.
We just took out the negative 470 deviation now in NQ.
Yeah, we did.
We're about to hit fucking London lows now. That's not good.
That would also take the internal sell side, yeah. So
and a lot of air below that.
If we get confirmation here, we could be looking for a reversal after taking out the lows. We'll just see.
The only problem is that ES has a lot of ways to go down too.
ES is still in the hourly though. The hourly FVG. We might be just dancing around first. The trend is now bearish. Not on the daily, but on the intraday trend, we're looking for lower prices.
TGIF. Happened a little sooner than expected. Here we go. Let's go down with some more. ES needs to hit midnight open. Then I want to see what happens after that.
I think I'm gonna try to shoot for a reversal attempt if it gives it on ES here. Since we're in the hourly point of interest. And we just took out sell side. We could look at NQ too. Let's see.
NQ needs 3 more points to go down to for. Sorry, ES needs 3 more points down to go to physical lows. And midnight open. This is looking like a giant like Judas swing right now.
See what I want to do.
You see the top in the hourly chart on February 9th to February 12th? Same exact fractal as from February 22nd to February 23rd.
Crazy moves here. Perfect idea. I see that. I do want to see reversal here though.
And this thing fucking reversed the entire London range. So according to quarterly theory, This should be the manipulation leg here. But I don't know if I trust it right now. And there's also a daily order block at 9:52 on NQ. 9:53, sorry. What happens next? I have no idea.
Just looking where. Damn, we literally did a 40-point dump after we got closed on the hourly. That's how powerful confirming your bias is.
Wow, good ES. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's really powerful.
Fuck, man. Oh. Not kind of regret not taking those shorts.
My plan was just to wait for the hourly close and then look for shorts, and hopefully it gives a false move so I can enter it, but didn't do that. They just decided to follow the cliff now.
The harder it falls, the bigger the splash. If ES can hold at around 5094, we could see a reversal. These are just some of the processes in my head that I think of potential plays ahead of time.
Nvidia's red right now, damn. It's crazy.
Wow, that grab looks beautiful though. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that would allow you to hold your entry.
Why VIX isn't moving that much? Or am I looking at the wrong VIX chart? Crypto's dying too? Perfect. Why the dip?
Still going. Did anyone take this short, or did anyone holding shorts anything like that? What a crazy move down.
So with NQ, there's one giant freaking PD area that hasn't been equalized, and it's all the way down to 17,759, and then further down to 17,546. So that's how much downside potential there is if this hourly closes below 18,000. Sorry, 18,000. Then that would be a confirmed market structure shift.
These price actions is just so one directional, man. Where if it goes up, it is bullish. It just keeps on going up without any retracement. If it goes down, it just falls off a cliff without much of a resistance.
Just draw a trend line.
Yeah, the trend line break, you just enter and just hold.
Stock makes like 5 figures every time the trend line breaks. Yeah, it actually worked out pretty well this time around.
fair value gap at the 1042 is the entry. Let me just see. Yeah, I'm definitely open to see. Oh, so yeah, you're looking at this FEG in the breaker. We have the sweep of highs here. This is valid. I think I would have taken it if it happened after 11, just because it would confirm the hourly closure below. But yeah, this is still valid. Probably would have entered like 1050s, and where did I put my stop? It would need a higher stop for this, at least above like a 10-point stop. You took it. That's great. I was waiting for more confirmation. It was there. That's why I marked it out. Just everything is better hindsight. Like you could basically go back and backtest this, and it's like, oh, this is a very clean breaker. How did we miss this? But in real time, it's a different story. You want more confirmation and all that. I think the key in this story is, oh shit, what did I do? No. I don't know what I did. What did I do? What's wrong with my chart now? Did I inverse it? Yeah, just get close and restart it. Hopefully it fixes. No. Why does it do that? Does anyone know how to fix this? Let me log back in my trade rate too. I have, oh wait. Oh, there we go. Easy fix, easy fix. But now I don't have any indicators. This. Yeah, whatever. We'll just ignore that.
I think we'll be in for a surprise in the PM session.
I think PM session is good. What software are you trading off? This is a TradingView charting service, and I have that connected to Tradevate, and I'm trading my Ninja. Because Ninja bought out Tradevate, so it just can integrate pretty well. You're teasing people, don't know. Fortune is like, what surprise are you talking about? I mean, I'm up 1200 on all my evals so far. We're good. On a day that like I think like many people are trying to avoid.
That's because we just follow a very strict process that yields results. No emotions or anything. That's why. Okay. Yes, is about to break the low again. Let's see if NQ holds. I've never seen ES dump this much like fast before. It's probably not a good sign.
This is falling so hard.
When was the last time we saw ES dump this fast?
Oh, we're
One
under
candle,
5100. Yeah,
like one candle is dropping like 5 handles on ES.
that's that 5 point you need every day. It's hard to give it to you right there, one candle.
Okay, we just hit end dog from yesterday, so let's see if we get turtle soup.
This is this is just like you're just letting it play out. There's like really no entry model of this.
Maybe if you look at the 15-second chart, you might see something.
Looks like everyone got off on YouTube. I'm looking at other streamers just see they probably got annoyed with this price action too.
I don't know. I'm feasting today, man. I'm loving this PA.
I mean, I have no loss. I have a 1 win. I'm like under my belt. I'm letting it play out more, and we're not really getting much out of it.
Almost every drop has some sort of small retracement, so I'm just taking
Yeah.
advantage of that retracement.
We fill the regular trading hours on gap on ES as well. So this is probably the moment if it does want to turn. It's now or never here. And we're really smashing. We do have a lot of equal lows, relative equal lows on ES and the turtles to take to retap inside to. We could save that. Maybe this is what I'm anticipating. Just look to take out retrace back into it and then really slam it down. I want to see what happens here. It's trying to build up though. I'd say we get a clean short setup. Like I feel like I want shorts if we do retrace back up to a good area to take it, unless we build like a lot of relative equal lows where I can target. But we hit a lot of the draw I already have, so there's not really much there.
From scalping today.
What are you doing?
No, my P&L today.
Oh, did you share in the chat or
Yeah,
the Discord?
Discord. Yeah,
Let me see.
literally all we're doing is buying dips for turtle soups.
5,900. Nice. Well done. Well done.
Just going with 6 handles at a time and just riding 20 points each way. 10, 20 points. Adds up very fast.
How is that a breaker if it didn't sweep? Can you tell me the time? What are you looking at? Oh, are you talking about this above here? Is that what you're talking about? There's a lot of breakers on my screen right now. If you're talking about this one, we just had a quick sweep of this highs here. So we have a low here. We have a high. Or no, sorry. We have a high. We have a low. We have a higher high sweeping this past high, and we have strong energetic displacement to take out this low. That's a breaker. We're inside a breaker here too. On NQ. Just slow. When you want a high quality breaker, you want strong displacement. So this is a very strong displacement, and we just draw, let's say, a OT entry here. This is I can't barely see this right now. We want to look for short entries aligning with the breaker in the FEG within the equilibrium above. So like we're looking at 0.5 to 0.786, usually around 0.618. This hits on the dime. That's why this is a good short in hindsight. I didn't really take that real time. I should have considered it, especially after. But my thought process, I think, when I was saying real time, I wanted a hourly close to confirm the intraday bias, and we only got that at 11. It was here. It was already too late. That's just how it be. That's just how it be. But yeah, just kind of like just trading and tape reading real time. You're forward testing. Like if you're back testing everything, this could be the clearest entry to you, but that doesn't transition to real time. And that's why I'm a big advocate on tape reading real time. Even if you're not trading real money, like you can just get tape reading with a demo account. Just see like, okay, would I take a trade here? Unrelated question on copy trade on Ninja. I saw JCap has 3 top step account with his 20 apex. I thought you cannot copy trade multiple tops trade of 8 tops. No, okay. So your question is how does top step have how does he have top step in his Ninja? It's possible. I have it too. JCap is all he called me I think last week or so to help me set it up. I helped him set up. There's a YouTube video I made on my YouTube channel right now explaining how it works. So a quick breakdown would just be top step trade evade you can't connect to Ninja, but Rhythmic you can, and you can only have one Rhythmic connection on Ninja. So if you do top step Rhythmic, everything else trade evade it works. And I have the same setup as him. I basically gave him my setup for copy trading. It doesn't matter the number of accounts 100 ticks, so he could have 1 top step account or 3 top step accounts. It's everything's under one login, so you basically configure that login to NinjaTrader as a Rhythmic connection for top step. Apex, ETF, MyFund features, any other prop firms, you configure it with Trade of 8. What if I already have 10 funded Apex? What would be the suggestion when buying top step or ETF? It depends what connection you have already on Apex. Is it Trade of 8 or is it Ninja or Rhythmic? It looks like once we had a closure above here, there's a there's no FHE. If there was FHE here, we could have looked at it more. Yeah, so if you already have Apex as Rhythmic, that means you can't connect Top Step in at the same time. You can connect it alternate from them. So let's say you have Trade Evade for Top Step. That means you can't connect a Ninja at all. But you have Rhythmic for Top Step. You can connect, but you can only connect one at a time. Only one Rhythmic connection. That's a key in the trade copy. You only have one Rhythmic connection at a time. So you can have all your prop firms on Rhythmic, but that means you can only connect one prop firm at a time if it's Rhythmic connection. But for Trade Evade, it's unlimited. So that's why I always recommend just do Top Step Rhythmic, everything else Trade Evade. That means you can connect all your prop firms at once with no problem. Yeah, if you watch the video that I have, it's like 8 minutes. It will probably answer all your questions that you're wondering right now. Like every single question. Because I really inputted all these things, except I didn't really go over VPS, but it's something that is as a hassle in my opinion. Yeah, so yeah, it's not as confusing as you make it think it is. One Rhythmic connection, that's it. So like, let's say you have like 50 prop firms, right, connecting your Trade Evade or a Ninja Trader, and you have like 5 Rhythmic connection. Everything else is Trade Evade. Basically, you can connect all the Trade Evade one, so it'd be like 45 connection. And you can only pick 1 out of the 5 of those Rhythmic connection to connect at a time. So you can alternate from them. That's basically it. What was unclear is that if I already have Apex Rhythmic, then any other account from any other firm should be traded. Yeah, so like I think they'll just give you a different login. I think that's how it works. So if you have Rhythmic for Apex and then you want to also get top or Trade Evade for Apex, they should give you 2 different logins. I don't know about that, but you should be able to connect the Trade Evade accounts at least. Yeah, yes, 100%. You got it right. I think that's where a lot of people get really confused. That's why it's like it's not as complicated as people think it is. This looks like a quick soup entry now. Wow, we're really pushing here. This breaker is holding. We could look for a second entry somehow. This does look like it's going to reverse. These live stream every day. If you look at the last 3 days, I've been on live on YouTube. And then I think Tuesday we were on Discord. So if I'm not live on YouTube, I'm live with Discord. But yeah, I live trade every single day though. Who actually watches Top Step Live TV to trade though? I feel like that I don't even want to think about that. Because I've only watched them so I can get the reset code with all my members, and I don't think it's like something that is teaching you anything. Maybe some of the guests there are different, but when I was watching, it's like old people talking about like very strategies that I don't understand, I guess. And they just they really give the entries like kind of after the fact too, so you're not really understanding like, oh, is this the entry? Yeah, what's the point of people watching that? Like, you bring that up, like, I don't want to watch Top Step TV anymore. Who's watching that in the first place is my question. Oh, we're really coming back up. There's a 60-point drop. Can you send me Discord link? It should be in the description of this YouTube. Rips, yeah, I think Rips is good because he's very transparent. I think we saw Rips the one time we were watching the Top Step TV together for the reset code. He's a momentum-driven trader though, but at least he's able to demonstrate that very easily. Yeah, Don, I really agree with you on that because if you see my hourly here, I'm thinking we kind of retrace back into this hourly, which we already are, and we have all these internals here. And we're just doing exactly what I'm anticipating here. These are all internal liquidity that we're gonna look to take. So these are relative equal. Oh shit! I'll just do this. These are relative equal lows, but we're gonna sweep this and go into the internal. So we already sucked the external. This is gonna be the main objective for today, I would think. What you want to do is probably look at like very simple. Just look at I'll also do this just for more clear reference. We're at, if we're looking at this swing high to this swing low, we want to see a retracement back into premium so we can go lower. Let me do the same thing over here so we can have a better. That's the idea of things. If we're actually looking for lower prices, it's healthy to come back inside. And we're going to use that as kind of our dealing range there. I'll also do the OT. So we're looking for a return back to equilibrium, if anything. I'm kind of anticipating a run to this hourly, so like we're already there. So I'm looking for it to reject around like 506. I guess 506 wouldn't even be at the premium though. 11:30 London close. We're gonna, let's see. I think the PM session today is gonna be very spicy and like it's gonna be good price action. We might go for a PM session live. Wow, strong. So it did return to the hourly, which is what I anticipated. And now we're back in that breaker. Would want this breaker to hold though. We don't really have any gaps to play within the breaker, so it's not a good signature in price here. PM session is probably the price action trade right now. It looks like we want to go for upside though. We're just gonna we're probably gonna be waiting for this as our target later in the day. But we bounced from the breaker. If there was FHE in the breaker, I would have probably hammered it. But nothing. So let's just play out here. Please ignore lunch hour and wait for PM session. That's like my biggest advice to most traders here. When we're already getting like large ranges here, just ignore the lunch. Lunch could deliver a lot of range, but it's not something that historically gives good price action. Maybe it'll give it better lunchtime if AM was dog shit, but like we had a lot of ranges going both sides already. So you're gonna probably get killed if you try to mess around with lunch price action. That's my heads up to you guys. Lunch session is just basically we're at 11:30 right now, 12 to 1. Just ignore that. Then come back. Just go out, go for a walk, go eat some lunch for the lunchtime, and then come back 1 p.m. if you choose to still trade. I'm in long shot. No, you're fine. Like I'm not. I'm just saying like don't try to trade when we in 30 minutes. Don't be like, you can be in a trade if that's fine if you're already in a trade from previous, as long as you have like a appropriate stop and all that. No, lunch is 12 to 1, so it's 11:30 right now. We have 30 more minutes before lunch, and you naturally don't want to trade too close to lunch as well. Like so, if it's 11:50, I wouldn't even make a trade there. That's just like a kind of like a rule to have, you know, because our kill zone is from around 9:50 to 11:50, and you should. I'm always like ready to close out my screen for that time period, and then if I do choose to trade lunch or PM session, I'll come back at 1 o'clock, and then the PM price action kill zone is more like 1:15 to 3:15. That's kind of like how I run things. And that works for me because you want to have a good system in your trading. You don't want to trade like New York, Asian, London, lunch, every session possible. You only want to execute on session that you are familiar with and you want to trade. That's the best way to have a strong system in your trading. That really helps you stop you from over trading too. So once again, the only trade we took today, I'll go over it again, and it's not even showing execution. Where did execution go? Here, let me connect it again. Okay, I don't know what happened to the execution, but yeah, it's connected here. I don't know why it's doing that. So this is the only trade we have. I'm just gonna like demonstrate it again. So before we wrap up, basically, we have we're running price up. I'm looking at this FVG here, and this could be a little bit higher. The moment we kind of inverse it, this is what happened. We get a clean sweep of this. This is SMT here as well with NQ. NQ did not make a higher high. ES did. And what I'm looking at is, am I on the 1 minute? Yeah, I'm on the 1 minute. What I'm looking at is kind of using this as the other FVG here too. We want to see the support. This is the first bullish FVG PD array that it failed. So once it's failed, this FVG becomes a it becomes an inversion. And I'm looking for price to return back up, and you could kind of anticipate this as the breaker too. This is like a down close candle after a clean sweep. So I looked for a entry short here with a stop, 2-point stop, and I looked to take the internals, which I think was here, 5 points. This is where we took it off at, and then the rest we took out here. And this is where I took my green stop at. That's just like +2 profit. That's the only trade today. I think, I don't know why I didn't show. Yeah. 5 minis, 3 in main profit, then 2 just in like a 1.5 point profit. And that's the only trade I took today. I tried to take other trades, seen other setups, but I wanted the lunch or the hourly to close below before I confirm my bias. We just didn't get that closure below until the dump. So that's why you saw me didn't get any setups yet after that short. Because there's 3 things. I'm just going to go over this real quick. We're looking at the daily bias, which is the 4-hour and the daily, right? And then we're looking at the intraday bias, which you can kind of look at, like, I would say the hourly, but you can also look at it as a 15-minute, depending on if you're focused on only the 1 minute or lower time frame. And then just your lower time frame bias is just focused on, you know, like your 1 minute executions, 5 minute. So these are my 3 bias. We want to have the intraday align with the low time frame, and the daily also align with everything. But we flipped the bias already on the daily here. Daily's up. Intraday was up, but once we flipped, I think we flipped the hourly somewhere at the 11 close, and then the lower time frame we flipped it when we made this inversion here and violate the PD array. That's how I trade. And if you want to learn more about how to trade, just stay tuned on these live streams. It's free, and then you can watch it real time. I execute like basically real time with my stops, my TP, everything like that. And so far this week, I think we had 4 wins and 1 loss. And that 1 loss was like, you know how I do my stops. It's like 10 points NQ or 2 points ES. What's the lunchtime? Okay, so I'll go over that. So AM kill zone is, let's say, like, for me, it's around like 9:45, and then we run that to like, let's say 11:45 or 11:50. Let's do 11:50. That's AM for me. We're Eastern time zone. PM, we're kind of looking at 1 p.m., 1 to 3, or 1 to 3:15 is fine. And then lunch is just 12 to 1. So you want to avoid the lunch here. You can trade the PM, you can trade the AM. I mark my AM at 9:45, around 9:45 to 9:50. It could be up to 9:50. It's just so I avoid the open market volatility, which gives a lot of range, but it's just not high probability to me based on my back testing my data. So you love
that bounce. What the fuck?
Yeah, that we had a quick sweep and ran down. So you love trading breakers only during macros, right? Not necessarily. Macros would give it a A+ setup if it occurs in a macro time, but this is kill zone here, and the macros I look at is does it not show? Where did it show it? I think I moved it away. Damn it. I don't look at all the macros. I don't look at the macros that's in my kill zone. So we're focused on 950 to 1010, 1050 to 1110. These are the 2 macros I look for. And we can look for a reversal or an energetic run during that macro time. And like, yeah, you don't have to trade during the macro time though. Like, this trade here was in the macro time, but if it was after the fact, I'll still take this trade. We took the trade here at 21 short with a 2-point stop. This happened 9:57. That's within the 9:50 to 10:10 macro time, right? That's a macro here. Almost at 2.5k subs. Yeah, we're slowly growing. I'm trying to do more YouTube live trading streams. It just helps a lot of people as well. Where do you have it going? Based on the hourly, I'm looking for lower prices. So this is why I anticipated when we were down here. I want to just, once we close below already, I'm looking at lower prices. We have internal liquidity here, relative equal lows, and this would sweep the internal. So I would want price to return back to this hourly, and then later in the PM session, most likely, take out these low. So overall direction down, but right now we're on the lower time frame. We're moving price up. Can I see your indicators as those help? We can just make sure you can go back to this. I'm gonna go for real quick. AGFX. This just shows like your restraint and the time frame you're on. That's the macro, and then macro tracker is just this macro. This is very good for me. If you pay attention to time, and this is the only other big indicator I use. It's just a kill zone, or not kill zone. It's more of if it's Asia, London, or New York. This is by ICT kill zone plus pivots by TFO. Those are the three main ones. Other than that, I also have the 930 and like 830 open. This is by ICT everything. It just helps me manage price and all that. And you can take a screenshot of this. This is the main thing I use. I have on different time frames, so the 5 minute won't show. The 5 minute will show the kill zones, but on the 1 minute it wouldn't. So it doesn't clutter my screen. But yeah, we're approaching lunch now. This is where like you should wrap up your trading and your AM session, and then we'll wait for PM if you still choose a trade. But for me, we might be done for the day. Let's just see if PM gives us what we want. The closing note is I'm looking for price to take out 50.92. We're 10 points away from that. I want to see it run down the next half now. And as long as this hourly on NQ holds lower, if we do a closure above, I'm probably looking higher. But as long as this is holding below, we're looking for lower prices as well. That's my closing note here. Is there any questions? I'll stick around for 5 minutes to answer any question. Shoot the questions here. These two things kind of explain a lot of things of how I trade. I look at the daily bias, the intraday bias, and low time frame bias. My kill zone, AM, PM, lunch. Lunch is something you avoid. Let me type that. That's just me though. Do you have a giveaway? Do you have a Discord? It's in my bio. Giveaway. I didn't actually get. I need to talk to my fun features. I forgot to do that. Probably next week we'll run a my fun features giveaway and more elite giveaways. And then this is also key. Bullish until the hourly flips. We flipped hourly here, but we were bullish until it flipped. And any counter trend would just be scalps. Just want to say thank you for the streams. I rewatched them at night. Yeah, those are good. If you really want to rewatch them, just try to skim through until I take a trade. I'm gonna probably at the end of the week, I'm gonna put recaps each day on when I take a trade, and then show the timestamps soon, show the setups, so you can just go back to it. I just haven't been doing that this month just because I've been sidelines a lot. What are your high probability setups and from what time zone? So the way that you want to find that is you just go to my Twitter, right? Go to my profile, go to highlights, and it'll show you all like lots of educational content and also kind of like what I think a high quality setup is. So let's say the unicorn BPR. What's that criteria to that? I'm looking at the liquidity taken, forms inside a high time frame PD array, inside time macro, OT entry, and a clear draw liquidity target. This is a very fundamental of A plus setup for me for a unicorn trade. And there's a few other things that I'm going to continue to make each week. Like types of breakers. We look at consecutive candles, last candles, unique candles, and you can kind of see it's a thread every time. So I'll explain it, words, give examples, all that. So it's everything I do is very easy to learn. So Caddy Pan is like, what is a BPR? If you click that thread, you'll understand what a BPR is because I explain it as someone who doesn't know what a BPR is or a concept it is. Where can I learn about mini, micro loss, and stuff? I'm new to indexes. Okay, this is a newer questions, but it's still valid. I still help people in this. Go to smartprofitfirm.com. Go to resources. This is something I've been working on. I'm still adding stuff. Still slowly building up. So introduction to futures. I'm gonna add a lot of trading tools and resources. So if you go to introduction to futures trading, it'll show you a thread of kind of like everything you're asking for. And I'm gonna add more stuff to it. So this is an introduction. I'm gonna also have like advanced guide, and there's like do's and don'ts of what I think you should do and what you should don't. You educate yourself, create a trading plan, start with demo, just like very simple stuff, but you might miss. And this is where your don'ts. Don't overtrade. Don't neglect record keeping. Don't chase losses. Don't over leverage. Just very simple things that like I'm gonna help any trader, if you're new or not, you'll be able to understand. Once again, if you don't know what a prop firm is, there's a prop firm guide, prop firm simplified. It'll tell you like what is simulation, eval, sim funded, live funded, show you the route to it, the pros and cons, the different account types. So you have the end of day with unrealized trailing, with static trailing, show in-depth examples of each. And then if you want to know more about a specific firm, let's say ETF, let's say Apex, My Funded Futures, and Top Step, it'll show you like a review of it. This is a website made of traders, made of like collective like 5+ traders. Show you the different account types, the payout structures, and the specific rules for each prop firms. So a lot of people don't actually know that for ETF, hitting the daily drawdown will count as a failure. A lot of people don't know that. These rules here, Apex 30% consistent rule, scaling rule, there's none. News trade, they allow it only if it's a new normal trading strategy and not a random windfall. Flipping rule, there's a flipping rule. You can't micro in and out just to get a payout. And I think I also explained the starter and expert. If I didn't, I would probably add that in with my team. Any other questions? Buy any other account with Apex code SMART. Yes. Let me see. Maybe some content on how you manage risks when copying trade. Yeah, I can definitely make a video on that. Any other suggestions or questions, leave it here. I'll look at them and then we can add in. So if you want, like, this is also what I'm trying to do. There's going to be a resource section, and it's going to be trading strategies, and it's going to show like how to trade breakers, how to trade order blocks, how to understand like certain concepts. So this is going to be my fundamental website on getting transition traders. I'm not making this for just you guys. I'm also making this for a lot of my family members who wants to get in trading. So like they are new to futures trading as well. I'm really trying to get them used to it, and also give a lot of trading strategies. Can you make a video on how to keep losses very small and winners big? So I can make a video on that, but the way that I do it, like I demonstrate this on live real time, right? The way I do it here, I had 5 minis on this ES trade. That's my sizing on this trade. 5 minis with a 2-point stop. That's a max $500 loss if this gets taken. I take half off the position at 2 RR and let the other ride. I put green stop on it. That's exactly what happened. Had this green stop never got taken, because my entry was here, it never hit my entry, it would have ran all the way down here. So I would have probably got, my next draw and target would probably be these equal lows here. So I would have gotten about 19 points additionally. We're not even counting about this the next move here. That's with a 2-point stop. So if I do something like this, that's like 9 RR, and that's exactly how I'm demonstrating in real time. So yeah, take 2-point stop. I took TP at +4 or +5, then +8, and then I got stopped out +1. That's how you want to do it. Unless you want to trade like 1 RR, so like -2 stop, +2 take profit. That's not how I do it though. How many losses per day? I try not to get any losses at all. But just look at the stats. So like, let's look at this week. I think yesterday, I don't know if we took any trades yesterday, but the day before that, I think Wednesday, we took 3 trades, 2 wins and 1 loss. Two of the wins were 3 RR and above, and that 1 loss was -10. So like the way I trade, I'm doing very tight stop, and like looking for at least 2 RR, and also have a higher win rate. And you can only do that efficiently if you're waiting patiently for your setup. If you're taking like 5 setups a day without like proper criteria, because I'm looking for criteria for every single trade I do. This was a criteria here. We sweep highs. We're in the time macro here, and then we also violate this the bullish PD array. So I'm looking to potentially see downside on the low time frame. Just all these are like something you can learn over time. That's after you build a buffer on the props, right? This trade here, if I took the loss, it would be only minus 500. And very rarely do I take like 3-4 losses in a row. Which prop firm do I use? I used, let's just go over that. Top Step, Elite, Apex, and My Fund Futures. Those are the 4 I use. And if you do Top Step Rhythmic, Trade of 8, Trade of 8, Trade of 8. I have a trade copper video. You can link all your prop firms at once. So for example, let me just show my screen here. Just look at my connections here. I just want to show any personal details. I have my Apex connected. I have my Live connected. I have my ETF connected. I have my Fund Futures connected. So this trade here, I was able to trade on every single one of my accounts. And I have a video on that if you want to set that up right. But I'm only starting to do more live streams just so I can talk to you, the general public, more, because I have a private Discord that I also manage people and like help them, guide them in any way. But this is more just like to reach more people, because some people can't afford the premium or monthly, or just choose not to just because it's not something they like to pay for. So this is what I'm trying to use the stream for. Any other questions? Link to Discord is in my description. I have the Discord open right now as well. So if I choose a trade PM with my Discord, you can actually join it. I have it open for this week. Oh, we're really pushing up. So the theme in this kind of style is we were short bias all the way down here until we made a high here, we made a low, we swept that low, we formed a bullish breaker. This signature and price structure helps you not catch a falling knife. You only wait for actually a breaker to form before you can look for a reversal. So a lot of people will be like, I want long here, I want long here, I want long here. That's where you get killed. And then let's say short. You're getting killed if you're shorting blindly. That's why you only wait for something to violate first. So this inversion here, this is the same trade I took on the ES, right? We violate the 1 minute FEG, close below, just a retap back into the inversion for lower prices. After creating SMT inside the time macro, everything makes sense when you have everything paired up together. So ideally, you would hold shorts all the way down until we form the bullish breaker, which we flip, and you can catch both sides like that. You just don't want to you want to trade with low probability conditions and low probability setups. So that's why it's important to have the bias, your daily bias, intraday bias, low time frame bias, your kill zones. You only want to trade the 950 to 1150, 1 to 3. Avoid lunch. We're like 2 minutes from lunch. That's where we're avoiding. That's how I trade. Exactly how I trade. Are you a charter member? No. My history in trading, I've been trading for 4 years, and I've been kind of like winning and losing for the last 3 years. This year is I'll say the last 2 years. I'll have big wins, I have big losses. It'll be like kind of back and forth. The last like let's say 9 months, I've been extremely profitable, where each month I would have like a large return, like 10,000 in payouts, in net profits, without a single month losses yet. So like my example, if you want to look at that trading cap, it logs every single my trade in my Discord. It's something that you can actually backtest or learn from if you kind of like derive the trade. You go on my Discord. Where the hell is it? Oh, trade recaps. Okay. I haven't done the recaps lately just because I've been sidelined for so long. I've only been trading like live and like it's not clear setups. But if you look at the last 3 months, it'll show you every single trade. And we're operating at like a 70% win rate, 70 to 80%, while we're trading for like 2RR. So yeah, like I think this month I probably got like 9,000 payouts, 8,000 payouts. It's something around there. I don't think I hit 10,000 yet. But last month we did 20,000, and then December it should be like 20,000 as well. It's something around there. So this month is my low month, just because once again, when we're in uncharted territory, it's just hard for me to trade my model. Because I'm looking at, like, let's say we're here right in February. We made all-time highs here. I don't have data on the left side. That's something hard for me to trade. That's just how I am. And instead of taking losses, I just don't trade at all. I'll just take read. You should start making trade recap videos and post on YouTube. I can't do that. But I think the trade recaps here is much easier because you don't have to watch the whole video. You can just... My plan is just, let's say I take a trade on stream, right? I'll show exactly like the date of it, the entry, show a picture of the setup, and then you can just look back like, okay, January 29th, let's go to the live stream, January 29th. Let's see it real time how he traded this. I think that's the only way that I'm going to do things. That's efficient. Will this work for London, Killzone, and NQ? It works on every session, as long as you have a system. So let me see here. That's a good question though. The only session that I would recommend avoiding is Asia session. Asia session is very odd to me. Every time I backtest it or even try to trade it, it's just so slow. Like, this just been slowly running up. London is usually a very good... if I couldn't trade New York, I'll just trade London. This is like a Q&A right now. But the chat should be open. This is the main trading chat here. Just say hi. Say hi if you are new and from YouTube. I opened it for like the this week, and then we can talk about it. We can if I do a premium session, we're gonna or like a free session on Discord. This is gonna be where it's at. You can join it. I'll open it frequently, so like the paywall is not gonna stop you from learning. And the link is to my description there too. So, wow, this breaker here, very clear breaker. Sweep the low, sweep the high, and we're pushing higher. This breaker has been holding. We valid the breaker, retap back inside, and push prices up. I think ES did the same thing, right? We made equal highs. We want to see an energetic push up. Once we did that, retap back on the breaker, higher prices. Okay, that's good enough. We'll see if I do a stream on YouTube or Discord for PM session. I'm not sure yet, because we could be done for the week. Found you on Twitter, I think, among other ICT folks. There's other good traders out there. I'm just trying to do my own thing, doing my own model and system. And you can learn from others as well. The best thing I could say is learn from people that are trading right in front of you. Because if I trade right in front of you, if I say short here and I short and I tell you why, you can easily understand that. But like, there's a lot of traders that are more hindsight, or like just like we're not trying to show executions. It's not something that you can learn from. That's my take, because I'm on the same shoes with you guys before. I try to learn from people that's like putting all these profits, all these big gains, and I watch them like try to take plays real time. It doesn't translate. Well, I didn't see the premium chat. I think it should be open, right? It's the index trading chat. Let me see if it's open or not. It should be open. And you should be able to see the messages. All right, I'm gonna wrap up the session there. Join the Discord. We'll see if we live trade PM or just end the week. Have a good one, folks. Wow, we really came back to the hourly. This is what I wanted, though. I want us to sweep the downside, go into hourly, and then lower prices. But we'll see.